And hopefully this will help you and also lessen your anxiety or your stress. Just to tell you guys and maybe help you if in case you will be applying for naturalization or citizenship, on what I went through, how the process was. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. And today is a very special day for us because both me and my husband Arthur took the naturalization test. So if you guys don't know, we are currently green card holders, both Arthur and I. Arthur's been here for more than 10 years, but this is the first time that he took the naturalization test. And I've been here since 2015 and today is March 2021. And so that's more than 5 years of living as a green card holder here in the United States. So on September 18 of 2020, we filed our application for naturalization or for US citizenship. Around December, we did our biometrics here in the USCIS office in Los Angeles. Today, March 6, 2021, we did the naturalization test. It is an interview between the officer and me. My appointment was at 10:45 a.m. but it wasn't until around 1 o'clock or 1:10 p.m. that they called me for the interview. So they are doing this virtual interview. It's kind of like a Zoom. So you're communicating with the officer through an iPad. But the officer told me that they've been doing it for only a month now. So this is kind of like a pilot thing or a pilot project that they are doing. And also comment down below if you have questions. I'll try my best to answer whatever your question is, but always refer to the USCIS website, because that website will have the official information that you will be needing. I wrote everything. I have like a cheat sheet just so I would remember all the sequence of what happened, so I can share it with you guys. So Arthur's interview is at 12:30. Mine is at 10:45. And I did not bring my phone inside. I just left it in the car, and I told Arthur to do the same thing because I wasn't sure if phones are allowed inside, because when we did our biometrics last December, we weren't allowed to bring our phones with us. So I decided, okay, well, it's just gonna be a few hours. I was thinking it's gonna be just a few minutes, but since they have this pilot thing about doing the virtual interviews, so it took a while. And on the letter, it says there, don't arrive like earlier than 15 minutes because you will not be entertained. So I took that in mind, got online, I went inside the building, but they had to scan you first. It's like an x-ray machine that they have in the airports. So they have that in there. You have to remove your bag, your belongings. If you have a ring or watch, electronics or anything like a phone, camera or whatever, just put it in your bag. And also you have to take off your shoes. So I was asked to take off my shoes, and so I did that, and then it went through the scanner and I went through the x-ray machine. So I went through there, and then after that I went on the door on the left. It's the room 1001 because that's what the letter told me to do. Just go to room 1001 on the first floor. And there's a receptionist there. Inside there's a glass in between you and the receptionist, and also there's a thermometer on the side. So the first thing that they will do is ask for your appointment letter. So please make sure to bring your appointment letter. The letter that USCIS sent to your address, or you can print it from the documents in your USCIS. You just log in there and then check on the documents and then print the letter. Give it to the officer or the receptionist, and then they will ask you like several questions. What's your name? What's the purpose of your visit? You just tell them it's for the naturalization interview, and then they will do some biometrics. They will ask you to put your pointer finger on a scanner. So after that's done, they will take your picture. So you have to take off your mask. Remember, your mask should be on at all times unless they told you or they asked you to remove it. So I removed it for just a couple of seconds, and then they took my picture. The officer took my picture, and then I put it back on. He asked me to step on the side and then take my temperature. It's like and so then he wrote something on my paper, like an instruction: go to room 8037. It's on the 8th floor, and then there's a number there. It's like VI J14. That's my number, J14. So all you have to do is go to the 8th floor. You can use the restroom first if you want to. There's a restroom there. Wait for your turn, and then an officer will be calling your name, either your name or the number that was given to you. So I waited for 2.5 hours for the interview to start. The only downside is that I did not bring my phone. Again, I didn't think that phones would be allowed, but yes, you can bring your phone. So when the officer call your name, they will be asking you to put out your green card, your driver's license or your state ID, and your passport if you have one, get my appointment letter, and turn off your phone. So if you went inside the room, it's kind of like a library because there are long tables and then there are iPads on the side. So there's social distancing because you're far from each other. So we went inside the room. I saw that there's another person. So the lady or the officer told me to sit on the other side where the iPad is, and then she told me to put my bag on my side and then just pull out my green card and my passport and my state ID because I don't. So the first thing that will happen is that you will wear your headset, face the screen or face the iPad, and then say hi to your officer. Hello. She told me that, okay, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. This is a pilot program, so there are some technical difficulties. She told me that the previous interviews they had to stop, or the connection was cut off, so they had to start again and stuff like that. And I said that's okay, you know. The officer will ask you to bring out your green card and your state ID and put it in front of the camera so she can take a screenshot or a picture of it, and then after that you can put it down. She asked me to verify my full name, so I told her my name. She asked me if I used another name aside from my legal married name, and I said yes because I have a maiden name, and I told her what my maiden name is, and then she verified my birthday, and then she told me, okay, we're gonna start with civics test questions first. On the letter and on the USCIS website, you will be seeing that you will be asked 10 questions, 10 civic test questions, and in which you have to answer correctly the 6 of it. She only asked me 6 questions because I was able to answer all of them correctly, so we did not have to go through all the 10 questions. And I have the questions with me. So the first question that she asked me was, what are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? I answered vote and join a political party. So question number 2 for me was name your US representative, and it is year 2021. I'm in California, I'm in Los Angeles, and our US representative here is Adam Schiff. Question number 3 was there were 13 original states, name 3. So I answered New Hampshire, New York, and New Jersey. So question number 4 was who is in charge of the executive branch, and I answered the president. Question number 5, what is the US capital? And so I answered Washington, D.C. The last question was name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States, and I answered Missouri. Those were my 6 questions, and then after I was asked for those 6 questions, she asked me to get the paper on my side. There are 3 papers there. One is for your written test, the other one is for change in your application, and then the last one is your oath of allegiance. Grab the first paper and then the pen, and she told me, okay, we're gonna do your written test next. And then she asked me to write, we have 100 senators. And so I wrote that down, and then she asked me to write my alien number or my A number. You can get it from your green card. I was finally done writing. She asked me to hold my paper up and then show it in the camera so she can do a screenshot of it. So I did that. So the next part of the interview was the interview itself. Questions about yourself. So she asked me for my name, my date of birth, where I am from. So I'm from the Philippines. And then she asked me if I wanted to change my name. I told her no. How many times have I been married? I told her just once. For the past 5 years, have I traveled to another country? Or my previous addresses in the past 5 years, where I work and where I previously worked. And so there was a point there when I first came here in the States, for a month, or I guess a month or two, I was unemployed. I was still trying to look for a job, and so she had to put in the application that I was unemployed for a month or two. So the next part of the interview was asking you for your moral character, or for testing you for your moral character. So the officer is going to ask you, like, have you ever claimed to be a US citizen in writing or any other way? You say no. Well, whatever applies to you, you say no or yes or no. But I answered no to all of them. Like, have you ever voted in federal, state, or local election in the United States? I said no. Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? I said no. After a couple of no's, she asked me, are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? And I said yes. If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Yes. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant service in the U.S. Armed Forces? Yes. And if the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Yes. So basically, she was just asking me if I support the Constitution, and I said yes, of course. After the questions are done, the officer will ask you to get another paper from the pile. It's the, like a, I forgot what it's called. It's like a change or amendment to your application, because as I've mentioned a while ago, on the occupation part, or on the employment part, there was a month or 2 months that I was unemployed, so she had to write down unemployed. That's the only change that she did on my application. And so I had to sign my name and my signature and the date today, and then I had to show it to her again, put it on the screen in front of the camera so she can take a screenshot of it. And then the last part was the oath of allegiance form. So she asked me to grab it from the side and then read it and sign it with your name, the date today, and your signature. And of course, after signing that, you have to put it up again on the screen, make sure that the officer, and then after that, she will tell you, oh, congratulations, you passed the interview. So you just have to wait for the schedule of your oath taking, and that will be sent through mail. And the other officer came to me and gave me this paper, and it says, congratulations, your application has been recommended for approval. At this time, it appears that you have established your eligibility for naturalization. If final approval is granted, you will be notified of when and where to report for your naturalization ceremony. And then that's it. You're done with your naturalization test. I think if you did not pass the first time, you will be given a chance. You don't have to pay for anything. Just they will inform you what's going to happen. You will be given another chance to do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you like this video. Please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. Have a wonderful day. See you on the next one. Bye! Since you're done watching this video, why not watch more of our videos here?